Open the agenda, find the link to the Zoom. Click on it to connect to the room. We sit and wait for the meeting to begin, and the names teacher starts calling. They ask us what we wanna comment on. We say general or multiple agenda item. Then we continue to wait for them to start up, and finally we are now recording pops up. The president talks and it's blah blah blah, but he mentions public comment. The time is now. They call on us to speak and we all slay. Everyone's so good with what they say. Sometimes it feels never ending, it's been so long, but to this day we're all so strong. We're so strong. We're so strong. We're so strong. We're so freaking strong, y'all.
What's up? I'm streaming the meeting today. It's gonna be audio. That's how we gotta do it on my stream. So sorry about that. If you want to see visual, they have their own YouTube channel, but they don't even do visual on that. Is audit going today? I don't know. But yeah. If I had a computer, I could do the whole like screen share. I could show the commissioners as we're speaking and whatnot. But it's better than nothing, I feel. But we got about 28 minutes till the meeting starts. And I've been trying to look over the agenda. There's a lot of items today, but I'm not as good at like tying them together and tying them to something with Scientology like audit can do. And yes, wake and bake. Like I'm on my second infused blunt right now, which this is going to be interesting. I I usually don't have this much when I'm calling, but let's see how it goes. Um but yeah, like I think there's like 12 items today and a lot of them are bids, and I saw something about Hyperion or Hyperion, and it reminds me of that day when Audit was talking about water reclamation and Hyperion. And then they're like, you're off topic. And then she said, no, I'm talking about water reclamation and Hyperion. That's what the item is. They're like, no, you're off topic. And then the dude, the speaker, the presenter, he comes up and the first words out of his mouth is, I'm from the water reclamation plant, Hyperion. So I don't know. That's all I know about Hyperion. I don't know much about bids. If anyone knows about those, maybe you could look at the agenda and you could, try the multiple agenda items. It gets you more time to talk. And if you're able to tie it to Scientology or tie it to what you want to talk about, it's good to do. But I struggle with it. So I'm not I'm not able to do it. I do it sometimes, but if you are able to tie things together, there's 12 items. That's a lot of items. What's up, everyone? I feel like since we got like 26 minutes, I should just go through and like roll call. So, Heather, Let's Go, The Battle, MD Media, Kirby's, Antics, Juju. What up, though? I I don't have the Zoom link. I don't do links. I can't do all that right now. Kirby's, can you get the link? Or I don't know. It's hard because I'm doing all this like on the phone. But it's like on their agenda. And it's the same link as always. If there's a way to like save a note to your phone or your computer or even a post-it note or something, if you want, just jot down the Zoom. It's always the same link every single time. Yeah, the one that ends in 1032 all the time. Amy, what's up? Um, I usually don't get on the Zoom this early, but let's get on there. I had it open. Hold on. Click the Zoom. I don't know if any of you guys use StreamYard, but it changed and it's so annoying right now. And there's a stupid little bubble with a dollar sign that says share your referral link. And it's like blocking the last comment in the chat from me being able to see it. Like it's so huge, just blocking stuff. And I really don't care about sharing the referral link. Like I maybe it gets me $10 credit or something, but it's too ridiculously priced. I'm not trying to like push anyone on StreamYards. The free version works, like but yes, there is a subscription thing where they send it to your email. But like I said, it's always the same one for Public Works. And I did not notice if the other ones um okay. So this is why I don't go to the Zoom this early because it's not even open yet. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. Um, let's see. I'm always afraid of them like unmuting me or not muting me. I don't know if you guys notice, but when I'm in the chat, like after I speak, I constantly say I hope that I'm muted and stuff like that because there's a lot of times where they really do not mute you. And then if you're like streaming and you're talking, everyone can hear the stream there, so it like is echoing through and it's stopping other people. If someone's talking and I were to talk and I'm unmuted, it's going to interrupt what they're saying. So I'm always like, not paranoid, but always wondering, did they mute me? There's one time when they didn't mute me and I was smoking and I coughed so loud and then I heard it echo. And so I knew and I went and I like muted myself. But yeah, if you call in, always check to see if you're muted or unmuted. Mariel, what's up? So many people can't make it. Who is gonna make it? Who's calling in with me? Amy said she can't call. So, and yeah, I don't want that referral link in my description. But in order to get rid of it, I have to pay money. Okay. So good. We got people calling in. Okay. But see, it's always good to like have people take a break and focus on, like don't ever feel pressured to call in all the time or call in often or whatever. Take time for yourself. Like self-care is important and part of self-care is spending time with loved ones, taking care of what you need to do. Like there's so many bigger priorities in the grand scheme of thing, like your wellness, your sanity, all that, don't feel pressured. And yeah, and it's good we've been getting some new callers. but it's good to have a lot of callers so that when people need to step away for, a day or a week or even longer, like there's always going to be people there. Audit, what's up? Irish, what's up? Peter, I think I missed you. What's up? I think I'm doing good. I think I got every single person's name. I'm I'm not good with that, but okay. Is the Zoom open yet? Okay, it's not started, so I'm gonna leave it and I'm gonna wait. Maybe someone can tell me in chat when it opens up. I'll just ramble on a bit about, I don't know, what happened at, what was her name? Ba- Badar Base Badesar Tomlinson, the representative for Senator Maria Elena Durazo of the 26th district. Um, she said some very incorrect information in the meeting, um, the bid meeting. She tried to say, or actually, she did say that the city vacated L. Ron Hubbard Way to Scientology. They, like, I don't know why they were like answering everything as the public speakers were speaking, like everything they had to answer for. And that was weird for me. I don't know. But she said some misinformation and she's speaking for Senator Durazo. I think that's how you pronounce it. But Senator Durazo needs to have a statement or something and step away from that comment and correct it because L. Ron Hubbard is a public street. It is not vacated. She said basically that the when the name change happened, that the city vacated and gave it to them, and that it was like a private road. Exactly, Peter. I'm sure someone clipped it. Okay, let me do this Zoom and get all paranoid about whether they can hear me or if I'm muted. Okay, so I don't even see Grant there yet. So I don't know. We have like 16 minutes, but there's a lot of items on the agenda. If you ever thought of doing multiple agenda, there's a lot to choose from. I think you get 3 minutes if you pick up to three or all. But yeah, I really hate this share your referral link thing. Like it's blocking, like If you have StreamYard, you know, like this is annoying. But I think they did that to pressure people into buying it.
That's good morning. To the attendees who are joining us on the Zoom platform. You see a couple of attendees. I see one with their hand raised.
Can you hear him?
I'm
I
going to
can't make it
call
any
upon you
louder.
and ask you if you'd like to offer public comment or commentary on any of our items. And I'll start with Audit LA. Good morning, Audit LA. Next to Gigi. Good morning, Gigi.
Good morning. I just want general public comment.
General public comment.
We'll move next to Georgina.
Yes, general public comment and all agenda items, please.
Very well, you have you down to public comment on all items. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute. Lower your hand.
Like I turned it all the way up.
And MD Media. Good morning. You should be receiving a pop-up asking you to unmute. And it doesn't look like you are unmuting MD Media.
Matt,
I'll make another call out in about 7 or 8 minutes. It looks like MD Media has dropped and can rejoin. I'll make another call out in about 7 or 8 minutes. Currently, I have Audit LA, Gigi, Juju, Georgina, who have all indicated that they wish to offer comment. It's approximately 9:47, and I'll make another call in about 8 minutes. Thank you.
So we have plenty of room for callers. I think I fixed the volume though. What it does on Zoom when you hit the volume, it adjusts the call volume, but I had to adjust the media volume. But 12 minutes until the meeting starts. Since you can't see, I guess I'll describe the scene. It's only TJ there. I mean, there might be other people, but none of the commissioners are seated or anywhere in sight. I wonder why. It's 11 minutes. Grant should be there already. He's always like super early. And then I only see the one camera on Zoom today. Usually there's another angle that points towards the audience, so I don't even know if anyone's there. I didn't see anyone or hear anyone sign up to speak in person. So you're not missing anything without the video. I'm staring at empty chairs in the back of a monitor, and it's nothing but if you want me to do streams where I can share the screen, I need a computer. So be patient. It's going to take me a minute. I got bigger priorities right now. But once I get that computer, we'll be set. And okay, good. Grant, he's the first as usual. And I did notice when I called out the other guy for always being the last one, he kind of isn't the last one anymore. I mean, sometimes. Ooh. And sorry if I'm coughing, but y'all can deal with it. I sort of move away from the mic a bit. I, he's my favorite too. And then I think I like the judge. I one time called her the Honorable Judge Commissioner Mitchell. But no, she's really good. She
These who are maybe joining us here in the board's hearing room, if there's any member of the public who wishes to give public comment or commentary on any of our agendized items, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room. Indicate which item you'd like to speak on and hand it to me. I'll record your information for the record and call upon you when we reach your item. Good morning again to our attendees on the Zoom platform. And currently I have Adedale, Gigi, Juju, Georgina, who have indicated they wish to offer commentary. If there are additional members of the public who to offer public comment or commentary on any of our agendized items, please raise your hand at this time. I'll record your information for the record. And I see Carla.
Let's go.
Good morning.
Yes. Good morning. How are you?
Would you like to offer public comment or commentary on any of our agendized items this morning?
Yes, public comment, please.
Very well.
General public comment.
Just public comment this morning?
Yes.
Very well. I have you down for public comment, and I'll call upon you when we reach that section. I'm going to go ahead and put you back.
Thank you.
Lower your hand. And I don't see any other hands raised at this time. It's approximately 9:53, and we should get started in approximately 7 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, so MD Media has like 7 minutes. If he comes back on the thing and raises his hand, he can get in still. I don't know what happened with him. Is he by Blue? Did they like jam him? Like, I don't know, but he has like 6 minutes. I know he wants to talk about the flags. So if anyone has extra time and he can't get in, mention about the flags and how they're in such bad condition. And it's disrespectful because I think that's the vibe he was going to go for. Hopefully he can get in though. Sorry. So all I see so far is Grant. And it means a lot when they show up early, when they pay attention, when they take notes, stuff like that. I think the flag's at City Hall. I don't know much about it. I just know he said something about flags. And he did do a comment about it before. Pretty sure it's City Hall. I don't know how to fit that into. I don't know if Public Works has anything to do with that, but if I got time, I'm gonna add that if he can't get on. But he has 5 minutes. And still, Grant's the only commissioner I see on the screen, so he has time. And I hope he gets in. See, still just looking at Grant, being there all early and respectful. Like, as someone that speaks, I respect that so much when they take their job that serious. And I met this dude in person and vibe check, like, he seems like a good guy and everything. Like, he seems legit. But the door's opening. It, it, of course, is the judge. Like, he's always first, she's always second. But she's early too. She's good about being there on time. And I don't know. I think last meeting the vice president wasn't there. She was gone or something. Maybe she's sick, so I don't know if she's gonna be there. But I don't see Corson yet. I don't see Kang or Kong. I don't know. I wish he would. Audit said he should talk more. I think he should talk more too. Like, if you look him up, he did some really good stuff. And he has some really good views, and he probably would listen. He probably does listen to the stuff that we're saying, but he needs to speak. I don't know much about him as far as being on the commission. Can you stream from? I don't know anything about iPads and Apples and iPhones and all that. I don't know anything about any of that. And this referral link BS is like annoying. I can never see the last comment in the chat. Okay, guess what? Kang or Kong, he's the third one, no, fourth one. Maybe Chavez or whatever, the vice president isn't there. Okay, so maybe he is the last. But they're all there and 2 minutes before it starts. Doing awesome.
Good morning once again to our attendees. Speaker for located in the back of the room, which we can click speak on and edit to. Good morning again to our attendees on the Zoom platform. Currently, I have Audit LA, Gigi, Juju, Georgina, and Carla, who have indicated they wish to offer commentary. If there are additional members of the public who wish to offer commentary, please raise your hand at this time. And I do see Jill. Good morning.
General public comment.
Very well. Have you down for public comment? Henri M. Good morning.
Good morning, DJ. Please mark me down for a general public comment and all agenda item, please.
Very well. I have you down for public comment and all items. And MD Media should be receiving a pop-up asking you to unmute.
Yes, good morning. General comments, please.
Very well. I have you down for general public comment.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute. If there's any additional members of the public who have not already done so, please raise your hand at this time. Indicate which item you'd like to speak on, and I will record your information for the record. The time is 10 a.m. We should get started momentarily. Thank you.
I don't know. What am I gonna say? I waited till Audit raised her hand so I could be after Audit. Okay. I'm gonna talk about Senator Durazo's representative talking about how the street was vacated. That's what I'm gonna talk about. Somehow get the noise. Talk about the noise.
Recording in progress.
President Corson, we are now in record mode.
All right. Welcome everyone to the Board of Public Works meeting for Wednesday, April 16th. Mr. Knight, if you'd like to take roll call and establish quorum for us, please.
Very well. Good morning, President Corson. President Corson, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioners Kang and Mitchell are present. We do have a quorum. VP Chavez is out on an excused vacation today. We're also joined by City Attorney Representative Virginia Choi. I am TJ Net with the Board of Public Works. President Corson, we have 8 public comment cards on the Zoom platform and 3 multiple item speaker cards on the Zoom platform. We have no in-person commentary, and we have no comments from neighborhood council.
Okay. Thank you. Let's start with general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items. And we've provided up to 1 minute per person for a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to matters which are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board. The board may not take any action on matters discussed during the public comment period.
Thank you, President Corson. We'll start with Audit LA, and I'll go ahead and start the 10-minute clock.
Good morning, everyone. I want to talk about yesterday at the East Hollywood bid meeting, the chair said he just signed up for the Angelino portal and chuckled because it now makes sure that you don't have any kind of slavery or, and he laughed. And I'm like, I've been saying that here. It's not a funny situation. There is modern day form of slavery going on, and it's right here at the Scientology Blue Building. It's the RPF. It's also the Sea Org, where these people work for $47 a week for 110 hours a week. And if you're in the RPF, which is their prison system, that is hard labor. Like, there's literally the senior man who has severe osteoporosis, who is, he has to literally vacuum L. Ron Hubbard way, or help a blind man across the street, and he can barely he needs help getting across the street. But this is how they treat people. And now, because it's a religious institution, it's not considered slavery. It's considered your religious servitude. But once they work on the street like that, vacuuming a street, okay, that the new laws come in. That's the state.
Thank you, Adele. That's 60 seconds. We'll move next to Gigi.
Okay, so that meeting that Audit was talking about, I heard the representative for Senator Durazo say that L. Ron Hubbard Way was vacated to Scientology back when they changed the name. That is totally false. And it is horrible that the representative for the senator would say that. But I want to remind you, when they do approach you for the street vacation, please do not do it. Please do metered parking. Get some money. There's no way that there's no parking there. There's no proof of it. So put the metered parking in, get money. Also, stop with the special event permits that you keep giving them. Like, enforce them more. Do more inspections. Because it's a season. They're starting up again, and it's going to be endless. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I'd like to talk about the permits that Scientology gets. They have a permit for this Sunday for a community Easter event that is advertised on Eventbrite. Supposed to be open to the public. Last year they had this same event. At least 10 of them across the street and across the sidewalks. The permit specifically says the sidewalks have to be open. They stopped selectively according to who Scientology would let in and out of the sidewalk. One of the ladies that was there, named Laura Anderson, is an ex-Scientologist who was born and raised in Scientology. She was there trying to make contact with her father, who is in the blue building as a slave. He is elderly. Scientology has a disconnection policy. They won't let her talk to him. It was heartbreaking. She just wanted to say something to her father. She got a microphone.
We'll move next to Georgina.
Hi, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
I am calling in concern of the L. Ron Hubbard street vacation. I am seriously concerned about this street vacation because if you close off that street, you are further isolating the members of Scientology that are trying to leave. They have had known instances of kidnapping people that have tried to leave. I urgently beg you to look up Maureen Bolstad's story. She tried to escape several times. She was kidnapped, put into forced labor camps, and under 24-hour guard. It took her another 3 years to escape. If you vacate that street, you're closing off any avenue of hope for these people. I yield back my time.
We'll move next to MD Media.
Yes, good morning. I'm concerned about the flags out in front of City Hall. I was out there again this week. Excuse me. I was out there again this week, and they're still tattered. They look terrible. The one last flag, the POW flag, is tattered and shambles. I'm ashamed of the city for letting you guys letting these flags go this long. I was watching a documentary from 2020 last night. Those flags are in there. At City Hall, same thing. They look terrible. So they have not been changed since 2020. Thank you. I yield back my time.
We'll move next to Carla.
Hello, good morning. Yes, I would like to know, there are several issues I would like to ask you about or comment about. One of them is the smokestack that has been is being taken out in Catalina Street in the Scientology building. I want to know if they have a permit and if the city has checked if this has been done well, because it was a safety hazard. We have numerous videos showing how they haven't protected the neighbors. The street was not closed, and there is the testimony of Rosemary Chickwak, who escaped from Scientology thanks to her son, a war veteran who helped her escape, and she has the videos online. And she mentioned that she was forced to work in an asbestos building and remove asbestos. So I don't know if this is going to the neighbors or the people who are living inside. The other issue is what the other callers said about, which has to do with isolating the members who are inside. If you check Rosemary's.
Go ahead.
This board has a big issue on following through with Brown Act violations, and I'm not going to let it go. I will civilly sue you, and I will make sure that the city prosecutes you criminally. That's the beautiful thing about the Brown Act in California. There's criminal consequences, whereas in other states, it's mostly just civil action. I'm not going to live it down. I have a dozen letters that I filed for cure and corrects, and they're not going to go away. There is no such thing as a statute of limitations. The only thing that there's a statute on is you guys have 30 days to actually provide relief. And I still haven't gotten that. I have a dozen letters I filed, and I'm tired of it. You know, you guys think suits aren't going to be brought, but I don't let this stuff go down, man. Give me mandated relief and allow me to have my public comment be inputted. It's just that simple. But instead, you're going to make a whole lawsuit out of it. And like I said, I'm going to see it through. Dozen letters. Let me have my public comments. I've already written you dozens of times. Stop this nonsense.
As we are in the midst of the celebration of Passover, currently in the fourth day of the 8-day celebration, I urge you not to have a street vacation, because as Jews were released from their slavery in Egypt, we have to help release the Scientologists from their slavery on L. Ron Hubbard Way, which means that you should not have a street vacation, because you will be furthering their enslavement. Think long and hard, because you will be just like the Pharaoh of Egypt. Bye.
And that concludes public comment this morning, President.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. We'll close general public comment portion for today's meeting and move on to the multiple agenda items public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment for up to 1 minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item.
And we'll start multiple agenda item commentary with Audit LA. Please indicate which item you are speaking to. Go ahead.
I believe it's 1, 2, 8, and 9, but don't hold me to it. But I will stay on topic. Okay, the first two, are the sidewalk repair. I'm glad to see $4 million going into sidewalk repair, but that's just a minimal drop in the bucket of what's needed. And I understand you have to do project by project, but with all, my ones I put in for the handicap relief one under the Willits, they told me it's going to be a 10-year, a 10-year project to even get whatever complaint we're making today, it's going to take 10 years for it to come up. That is unacceptable. That's going to be years after the Paris Olympics come and go, and you are really going to have this city that's A, unlit, and B, bad sidewalks. That's a recipe right there for massive amounts of lawsuits. And then, so let's jump to number 9, okay? Here you are forgiving over $100,000 worth of fines, okay? Why? I mean, that $100,000, right? You put that towards the Willits lawsuit, right? You could say, hey, let's put that towards, and take something from 10 years for the sidewalk repair down to 9 years. But you're not, and this is not the first time I see this. And we've also come here many times telling you that even with all they're going after all the planters that we went here for months, that those fees are probably over $1 million at this point if you really seriously calculated and would actually seriously go after it. $1 million plus that 100,000, we're getting close to what this project is worth. Okay, so that's another whole project that could be done just with that alone. And the city wants to go after money. But here's your, but instead they're going after the people who are not committing violations, okay, and trying to raise our taxes and raise everything and fees and fees. Go after the fines. Collect your fines. Why are you not collecting them? Excuse me. And as far as the stinky water of Hyperion, okay, we don't want stinky water. So of course, and we want you to fix that, and but there's a lot of stuff that stinks here, okay? And it's beyond. It's that one right there is almost like a great metaphor for the city right now, and what's being done in it, and with all these things, it stinks, and it's just, it needs to be handled better. You need to make that not a 10-year process to fix the sidewalks. You need to collect the money that is owed you. Okay, and yeah, you got it.
That's 3 minutes. We'll move next to Georgina.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
I want to speak on agenda item 14 and then agenda item 22. I'll start with 14, the Community Beautification Act. I think this is a fabulous thing that you guys are doing. I want to commend Supervisor Horvath for putting this forward by opening up engagement.
I'm going to go ahead and put you on mute and pause your time. There is no agenda item 14, and there is no agenda item 22. So if you would like to speak on one of our agenda items, please indicate which item you are speaking on, and I'm going to go ahead and unmute you.
I'm sorry, I missed the wrong agenda list. I will yield back my time.
And we'll move next to Henri M. Please indicate which items you're speaking on.
Hey, yep, I'll go through them with you. So I'll start with agenda item 1. All right. We know from our very own city councilors that for consideration at a minimum, it takes 10 years. Just for consideration. It's not even guaranteed that a sidewalk repair will even go on the agenda, but it takes 10 years. Okay. Now, after the 10 years, what happens? It's 20 to 30 to actually execute the work. So I asked this board, okay, why do you hate disabled people so much when you can't even fix the sidewalks to allow them to progress and regress? Why do you hate disabled people with a passion that you can't even do your civic duty to make sure that they have accessible infrastructure to go about their day and live independently? Why must you burden them so? And we're talking about budgets here. Let's talk about the budget for the city. Your very own city controller has repeatedly stated, and as of 2 weeks ago, shared very publicly that the city is well over $1 billion in deficit, and that's on the conservative side. The city is desperate for money. So these items on a sidewalk repair, where are you going to get the money? I'll tell you a legitimate way you can get the money for items 1 and 2. There's a very legitimate legal way to get the money where you don't have to harass people, where you can actually collect fees and generate legitimate revenue. One of those is parking meters. It's a big one, and the other one is prosecutorial fines. You don't even have to pay for general counsel. The city attorney is your general counsel. They are your in-house counsel. How do you get those fines? You install parking meters on L. Ron Hubbard Way, a public street.
Item 1 is a sidewalk repair program bid.
And you also go after prosecutorial fines. Okay, you go after prosecutorial fines, and one of those is the violations of the public right-of-way access. $2,500 a day per violation. Each one is a new charge. The city is entitled to over $2 million to Scientology just on the planters alone. Go collect on the planter money. Don't interrupt me, TJ. So help me God, TJ.
I'm muting you and I'm pausing your time. This is not public comment. This is agenda item commentary. If you would please indicate which item you are speaking on.
Cure and correct right now, TJ. I want that cure and correct. I'm sick and tired of this. I want you, yet again, my public comment is being interrupted and I'm explaining the budget item.
So this is not public comment. This is agenda item commentary.
This is multiple agenda item comments. So
I am commenting on the budget related to items 1 and 2.
Speaking on, thank you.
I want my cure and correct. I want my cure and correct right now. Anything like that, please go step up. I want my receipt of the product. I want the cure and correct right now. We're going to go through this to make it 14 and a half.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. With that, we'll close the multiple agenda item public comment for today's meeting. Move on to the approval of minutes for Friday, April 4th. If there's a second to my motion to approve those minutes.
I'll move.
Okay. If you're still on the Zoom, make sure you're muted. I just realized that they had me unmuted. But is Antics still in here? Like, Antics, don't let that mess with your head. Like, I know what you were gonna say was amazing if you would have had the right one, but you're doing really good with your comments. So please don't let that knock you down at all. Don't feel any way about that. Just move on from it because you're doing awesome. And I heard how you were starting out, and like if that would have been on the like, you're really strong with your comments. So you'll next time you'll have the right one, and you'll do amazing. But yeah, I really hate this share your referral link. If I do it, does it disappear? Okay. You don't click this. No, it's still there. I thought if I clicked it, it would like disappear for like a time or something, but don't click that. Yeah, so Friday, there's no meeting. Monday, there's no meeting. I don't know about Wednesday or Friday of next week, but there's going to be a break with the meetings. And I know for sure there's no public works on Friday or Monday. But I'll see y'all in the chats and everything. And yeah, I'm actually probably gonna go watch some other YouTube. Get away, take a break from the Scientology stuff. But I'll catch y'all later.